My mom has learned what PTSD means. She learned that depression and anxiety come as a terrible 2-for-1 that nobody asked for, and too many weeks rotting in bed is not normal. My mom's been asking how I'm doing. Tells me, Yami, if you ever need help, you come to me and we'll figure it out. My mom's been getting help. There was the Zoom therapist and the psychiatrist in Santa Monica, and honestly, I despise being in that waiting room. The sterile hallways and their sterile smiles, how this gray area is supposed to reap benefits for its beggars. But she went every day for months, and I only went inside once, saw them stick a helmet that sends signals to her brain that are supposed to fix her, and it hurts, and I'm a hypocrite. I reap the relief of their labor, but I shut my eyes when her pain gets too heavy. I cried when her brain got too messy. I remember when the white-collar white doctor asked if those thoughts had been going away. And her worried smile clarifies that it's not that she would ever do it, but she thinks that sometimes there is relief in feeling nothing, and I do not say this to mark her weak, because she isn't. Because it was the first time I learned how silence is too often praised for strength, how there is no body stronger in silence than a mother surviving for her children. How her brain was trying to sort the table scraps of her childhood memories and still making meals of those leftovers. How we never went a night without a meal. My mom is a strong fucking woman. But she won't tell you about it. She does not tell me what happened. What sick men do to little girls who don't know love before knowing roles of service. I melt between gratitude and survivor's guilt. If a 19-year-old girl did not cross a border at the age I am now with an infant son in her arms, the irony being she fled to the country that fucked our democracy up half a century ago. But my mother, who spit her dreams down the drain pipe so we could live any other iteration, my mother, who is the first to pray for those who broke her body into bread for sacrifice, first to forgive them, my mother. But I cannot talk about my mother without a mention of millions like her, how they survive for us, and how thanks to them, this poem on mental health is not about me, it's about my mother, unfortunately, her PTSD, her trauma, her childhood, her terribly difficult childhood, how she gave her life for my brother and I, how the rest of my poems will be about my grateful childhood, my beautiful childhood. Por ti, mama.
I do not write love poems, but I do write about girls with an attitude problem, who wear ripped skinny jeans and these big gold hoops, and rest assured they will be the first thing she removes if you ever try her again. I talk sweet of these red dusted fingertips and long coffin acrylics on the other end, cause she rolls in just as that bell rings after rolling up her $2.75 bag of hot fries because inflation, but 7-Eleven charging $1.39 for Arizona green tea, which should always be 99 cents, does not stop this girl from spending on something to wash down her Advil, even if it's a Red Bull, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think you all know what I mean. Yeah. Lashes so big she can fly away from stupid fucking boys because Red Bull gives her wings, and eyeliner so sharp that it can cut class. This blinding highlight on the tip of the nose, Cupid's bow, and her inner corners is her holy doctrine. Her prophets are the greatest beauty gurus of 2016. Their theology derived from the black and brown women of the 90s, and they would all tell you that the higher the brow, the closer to God. And she has a highbrow attitude that cannot be turned off to the girl that would tell God, or all these rowdy boys in her class, to be quiet, and then take the rosary in her hand. Recite a prayer to the matriarch virgin, because she has no time to be crying over somebody's son, his name, ironically, Jesus. Or Jason. Or Josh. Her friends will remind her, your first mistake, I'm sorry, was trusting a boy whose name starts with a J. Yeah. Like, for every pretty laugh and whispered secret, there's an, I'm sorry, mister, I can't run today. I'm on my period. And now there are TikToks of girls like you getting ready to leave 5 minutes before that bell rings, combing down baby hairs and reapplying lip gloss, or the ch-ch-ch-ch of Victoria's Secret till we are locked in a 5-foot radius of vanilla coconut. And I sitting behind you, I rolled my eyes then. Because I was told that girls like you took up too much space, but you deserve sonnets and songs different than one that talks about your figure and how mature you are for your age, that ignores what really goes on, replies with laughter when you told them to stop it, mocks you when you told them to stop. And you learn nobody listens when the girl says stop. When mom tells you put some clothes on, your uncles are coming over. Family gatherings become hugs too tight and comments on your body because maturity means wider hips and no more baby teeth. Your grades were the second thing that went from A's to double D's, and you were crowned a woman at the tender age of 15. But I do write love poems. Every single one is about you and this city and how I love you in it, how I wish I could be you in it, and I'm so sorry it took so long to realize it, but I love you. I love you. My God, I love you.